Now let me show you guys a few cards I got that I'm gonna be sending off to PSA here this week. All right, so I picked this KD up at the show. This is a nice KD 2012 Prism Auto. Auto looks good. The card is very nicely centered. I think I'm gonna send this off to, I think I'm gonna do Beckett on this card just because the auto looks good. There's a little thing on the surface, so maybe I can get a 9.5 on it, 9.5, 9.5, 9.5, 9 surface grade. You know, the corners look good, edges look great, centering looks great, but there's like a little squiggly line on the surface. It looks like, so anytime there's like maybe one flaw, so kind of like that little, like right there, you can kind of see it. You kind of see it right there. So anytime there's like maybe one little flaw on a card, right? I like to send to Beckett because with that little flaw, you can still get a gem mint 9.5, right? You can still get 9.5, you know, centering looks good, 9.5 centering, 9.5 edges, 9.5 corners, maybe a 9 surface, right? And you get a 9.5. Now, if I send this card to PSA, PSA might see that squiggly line and automatically mark it as a PSA 9. That's the best it can get, right? Then if they see something else or whatever, it could be a PSA 8. So I think anytime you can noticeably see something wrong with the card, whether it has like maybe a soft corner, or maybe, you know, there's something on the surface, or it's a little off-centered, I like Beckett because then you could still try for that 9.5. So I think I'm gonna send this one to Beckett unless I can clean this. So I'm gonna try to just kind of take a rag. And one thing I always do before I send cards out, so here we go, we got the nice KD Auto, 2012 Prism Auto. I just take a nice, you know, microfiber cloth, you do a nice little wipe down, just wanna get the specks off of it, any dust, because you'll be surprised, a lot of times, you know, they mark the card down for stuff that you could simply just wipe off, you know? I don't know if that little line is gonna, maybe put a little breath on it, especially for chrome cards, you know, like, oh wow, it's actually, it's coming off a little bit. But yeah, so this card, you know, it's nicely centered, greatly centered. Nice centering, corners look great. So I like to just kind of do an overall wipe down on the card. Let me see if I can kind of, here, I'll flip the camera around. All right, so here we got the KD, and as you can see, see if I can get a nice angle on it. That little line, little thing on the surface right there, right? So that's kind of what that's like the only flaw I see on the card, so I could try to wipe it off. I'm not sure it is going to come off, so I think I'm gonna send this to Beckett. You know, and maybe they don't ding it, right? Maybe that it still can get a 9.5 surface. Who knows? You know, at some point you just got to send it sometimes and see what they give you. But yeah, I think this can get a 9.5. Beckett 10 auto, beautiful card. This is gonna head out to Beckett this week. Let's get it. And another thing, when you send cards, so when you send cards out, you want to make sure that they're in a nice penny sleeve and then in a card saver as well. These, you slide it right in, and this is how PSA and Beckett would like you to send the cards. It just makes it easier for them to take the card out. So if you don't have any card savers, make sure you get some card savers, and then the card will just slide right in. And boom, the card is in the card saver, and it is all ready for Beckett. And this is exactly how you send it. Put it in an envelope or a box, and then you just fill out the form, and voila, here we go. All right, so next card that is going to PSA is nice Anthony Edwards, purple disco out of 75. Beautiful card. Tom Doyle. Wipe it down and get it prepped. Here we go. All right, so this card is beautiful. It's very, very centered. Left to right is good centered. Up and down, man, a little bit off, but I think this can get a PSA 10. Then you just slide it out. All right, this is a nice purple disco, beautiful card. It does have some print lines, but I think a lot of them actually have the print lines on it. So if the card is known for print lines, I know that they don't ding it too much. But yeah, I think I might actually try Beckett for this, because I think, you know, with those print lines, maybe a 9 surface, and then everything else can get 9.5 and it can come back, you know, gem mint. So I might actually try Beckett again on this one as well. Let's wipe it down and let's see how it looks. So the back looks good as well. Corners look pretty sharp. The bottom left maybe a little white, not too bad. I think I'm actually gonna send this to PSA because I think it could PSA 9, and I think I'd rather have a PSA 9 than maybe it might get a Beckett 9 because of that left corner. So the thing on this card, I bought this card online, so I didn't get to look at it in person before I bought it. So there's a lesson right there, right? Anytime you buy anything online, you're not able to look at the card first, right? So, you know, the guy didn't tell me that there was print lines on it. He sent me pictures of the card. You can't really see print lines in pictures though. You know, I'm not mad, but you know, sometimes it's just a lesson, right? This is why I like buying raw cards that I want to grade. I bought this card with the intent to grade it because it looked very centered in the pictures. You know, he said there was no, you know, creases or, you know, indents or anything like that. He said the card was clean, and it is clean. You know, maybe he didn't see the print lines, I'm not sure. But overall, you know, it's a clean card. Besides the print lines, I think it can get a 9, PSA 9. So I'm gonna send it to PSA, hopefully get a 9. There's one on auction right now. It's already at about $1,000 with 3 days left. So I think, you know, I can, if this card can hit 1,500 as as a PSA 9. I'm happy. I bought it for 800 bucks, so I'll be in it at, with the grading fees, about 950. Gets a 10, great. If it gets a 9, make a couple $100 and keep it moving. You know, end of the day, you know, you just keep things moving. That's all. At the end of the day, it's important to just keep things rolling and moving. You know, you buy a card for 800, someone offers you 950, or you buy a card for 1,000, they offer you 12, but you want to get 15, and then you end up holding the card for 3 months, 4 months, because you're just trying to get that 15, and then you just never get it. Look, take profits, keep repeating. If you buy a raw card and it doesn't grade a 10 or a 9 like you need it, and you can sell it as an 8 and break even and keep it moving. At the end of the day, the more cards you're turning, the more cards you're getting in and getting out, the more money you're making. That's the bottom line. If you buy cards and you just hold them and you're just waiting until you get back, you know, that profit, or you're waiting to get that 40%, you don't want to take 20% profit, you want to only get 40% profit, you're going to end up holding the bag. Sell cards, make money, repeat. Buy, sell, repeat. Buy, sell, repeat. If you keep doing that over and over and over again and not allowing 20, 30% to stop you from selling, you will make a lot more money. That's all I gotta say. This going to PSA, that's a bar. Here we go. All right, both these cards have been wiped down and are ready for grading. This one's going to PSA. This one's going to Beckett. Stay tuned and let's see what we get.